how was that for you? And then now this, how different is it for you? I mean, you're a musician. Most people don't even think that there is any difference. You're a musician. You should be able to do this. How different is this?
Well, I mean, it's a tribute act and you're playing, the same songs. Well, not the same songs every night. It depends on the audience, but it's the same music all the time. But with smooth jazz, with what we're doing, we're creating it. It's development and
it also to me I've been in the group for 11 years now, and I never get tired of playing Prince music.
Never.
But
especially on bass.
But by the same token, this grows us up. We're at the age now where we're feeling like the R&B thing is great, but
women don't tell their age. Be quiet.
More grown up.
But we've loved smooth jazz all our lives. So, right. Whether he's from the Bay Area, San Francisco, I'm from Monterey Bay Area, Peninsula area, Seaside. California. Hence the title track, Seaside.
Correct.
California. And, it's just the West Coast vibe, smooth jazz that we found that we're the same on that level. And
we're really on the same page in terms of
yin and yang
music. Yeah. I mean, we got stories about that all day.
So, I mean, it's so cool to play by yourself. It really is. To be able to facilitate that idea of you going out and playing by yourself and doing that solo act. But what is it like when you have so many different people mesh together and work together as a group to get this done? What has that been like for you?
Magical.
I can give it one word. That's a good one word.
Okay.
Mine would be goosebumps.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's what I feel like whenever we put together a song and we call in somebody like our saxophone player, Charlie, who's an amazing person. Every time we get together and do a recording of that, the whole day is goosebumps.
Yeah.
There's so many moments where you just, oh my God, that's beautiful.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. So tell me, okay, so you said you go into the studio, so you just don't go out and play. You actually are recording. Talk about that for a second.
Oh, well, I have a recording studio here called nomaD Studio Vegas, and I've been running it for about 20 years. And I've worked with a lot of people around town doing productions for them, and we finally got an opportunity to do a production for ourselves, which was
that's
fantastic.
Cool.
We've got a studio in-house. Why aren't we using it?
Hello.
Hello. And so we, just taking it for granted, we realized, wait, it's right under our roof. Let's work on this. And that's how we started. And here we are.
And we can talk about wearing all the hats.
Yeah.
Later on.
Yeah, right. And the gloves and the shoes and the pants.
There you go.
The jacket.
And yeah, definitely. I mean, you're putting on so many different things. So tell me, I mean, okay, so you got the studio, it's under your roof. You might as well use it. Hello. And then now the magic begins. Did you ever believe that you would be at this point now where you have one CD done? Talk about the CD, talk about the adventure that you had making it, because obviously this was something new for you all.
Right. It was. A big part of the adventure was establishing the name itself. We went for a trademark, and we did the trademark and got all of our paperwork in, and they said, okay, you just need to prove use of the mark. So therefore, we put this on hurry and got it done. And once we got it done and got it released, we really were just nose to the grindstone the whole time. And once we finally received these in the mail, is the time we went. And then we found out that we have to have a series of these with our name on it in order to prove use of the trademark.
So we're still in that process.
So we're in the process of coming out with another single.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, most people didn't even think that you would have to do such a thing. I mean, music. I mean, you just put it out there. I mean, so the adventure begins when you're trying to trademark this, and now you're still not. But it's pending, so it's still it's the protect it. You know, I absolutely love the fact that you guys are really doing this the right way. So tell me about the last project, and then can you hint on the new one for me, please?
Okay.
The last project we did was this.
Yeah.
And
Right.
we have 4 great musicians that played on this album. We have DeAndre, who's playing guitar on Terra Vista. We have Dylan Charlie, who's playing saxophone on Late at Night, Reminisce, and My Grind. Then we also have Michael Hennigan, who's playing on Behind Bixby. Mm-hmm. And we have Mark Daniels, who's playing on Seaside, who's
on the title track.
Unbelievable guitar player.
Yeah. And then we had a couple more that we just, we actually took a trip to Del Mar and we wrote a song out there. And it turned out quite nice. So we're gonna we'll do a little snippet cut type of thing coming soon.
Okay.
And yet another one. We're kind of working on 4, but it's like a horse race.
That's
which horse comes in first.
That's what we call it. We usually have like a list of our new material, and it'll be 4 or 5 songs or whatever. And you never know which one is going to be finished first because it's very fluid.
We could switch back and forth depending on what we're feeling, what's motivating us, and which song is inspiring us in that moment, and we'll work on it, and then
So so that's why we call it a horse race.
Yeah, it's a horse race. Which one is coming to the finish line? But I got to say one thing: no matter how much creation, that we do, on the creative end. This guy right here, he's the engineer. If he didn't do what he does with the engineering part, there would be none of this. He's a great mix master. He is talented. He's detail oriented, and man, the end product comes out just. I mean, there has not been one negative comment on any of his work, and so it's been a blessing to have him as my husband.
He's mine.
You can create all the music you want, right? And you can create all the music you want, but if you don't have the engineering backing that whole thing up, it's hard to deliver. Yeah,
it definitely is. It definitely is hard to deliver, and she had to put that tag on you there.
I sure did.
He's mine.
I sure did.
Well, congratulations, guys. Okay, so I mean, there's so many different people that maybe want to jump from one genre of music to another. What was that like, jumping from one genre to another? And what kind of advice do you give to those people who maybe want to change?
Well,
it was easy to jump
for us. I think it was. I grew up with smooth jazz. My mom always listened to smooth jazz. She listened to people like the Crusaders,
George Benson.
Oh, yeah. And
I love George Benson.
Grover Washington Jr. and things like that. So I grew up with that. Those records were playing in my house all the time I was growing up. Yeah. Although, me personally, as a kid growing up, I was listening to stuff like Earth, Wind and Fire and Prince, and you know what I mean? Yeah. And my favorite groups, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I was always exposed to it. And I think Sally was always exposed to it too. So the transition for us was easier because to me, smooth jazz, as opposed to straight ahead jazz, smooth jazz is really just some good music that's instrumental. It could be R&B, it could be pop related. Yeah. It could be chill out music.
It's just relaxing.
It's relaxing.
And it takes you to that feel good place, you know. And
it does. And it always takes us there. And that's what we hope our music will take other people.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I've been putting up that people can get you at thesoundjazz.com. You guys, if you're looking in the description box below, you'll see it right there, thesoundjazz.com. You can also join them on Facebook at the Sound, that's DSAL-music. So go ahead and do that. That's right there. As well as on YouTube, you can listen in.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the deal. You go into your kitchen. You get out your food, you put your tablet there, and you go to youtube.com/thesoundjazz.
Yes.
You hit play, and you cook. Oh,
It is.
There you go.
There
I
it
just
is.
did it.
Right
I
there.
did it. That's
That's
it.
There it is.
There it is. I'm telling you, and you just, because it's that cooking music, it's that relaxing music, it's that
Yeah.
sit down and read a book music, it's that sit in a jazz club and drink a drink and
Yes,
just,
martini at
you
the beach.
know. Marcy, I mean, you could be anywhere in the world, and like this is totally different. So people, I don't know if people know about the different jazzes that are out there. They just think that jazz is just one big conglomeration of jazz, but it's
Right.
not.
It's
What
not.
is the difference?
There's a
There's-
huge difference. There's
contemporary
so much. I
jazz,
found
there's-
out that there are so many different in putting this music together and joining the distribution companies and all that. They always ask for a genre.
Mhm.
And they give you a list of these genres, and it's like, okay, I fit like in between this one and this one somewhere.
Yeah. Who do you sound like a little bit? Yeah.
And they do. They ask you, who do you
Yeah.
sound like? Who do you think you sound like?
So that we would fit into that algorithm,
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
It's hard though. I mean, because if you're playing your music and then you go out and you bust out with some Boys to Men, I mean,
No.
what kind of genre do you fit in now?
Right,
It's like,
right.
we just wanted to play a little bit of this, and it sounds great to me. But,
Right.
you
There's
know.
I went on Spotify's. Spotify has a thing where they do people's curated playlists.
Mhm.
I went on Dave Coz's playlist thinking I'm going to hear some really cool smooth jazz, right? No, Dave Koz does all horn stuff. He's got Earth, Wind and Fire, Average White Band, all the stuff with the big horn sections, Chicago. Because
He's fun.
He's
that's the stuff he
Dave
likes.
Koz,
And
he's-
so there
he's
you
the
go.
man.
So that's his influences.
Yeah.
And so we have our influences too, which
Yeah.
is, Prince, Earth, Wind and Fire,
Right.
Confunction.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
We grew
Power,
up with
power. Gotta say that. I
Power,
love those
power,
guys.
that's right.
Power.
Yeah.
Yep. TOP,
Yeah.
baby. TOP.
Yeah.
And they're the
Yeah.
Bay Area guys.
Oh yes, we love those guys. So sorry I hit the wrong button. We love those guys. Yes, definitely. So I want to thank you guys so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. I had such a wonderful time.
Thank you.
So-
Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh. And I want to thank you guys for listening and tuning in. Please share this video and make sure we get the music out there. And if you are a fan of DeSalle jazz, DeSalle music, then go ahead, grab this video and share it, because this is an insight on the people that you love and the people that you go and see all the time. And the music is just a piece of them. Here we got to get a little bit of an insight on what it's like to be them. And so go ahead and do that. Join, subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff with these, and just love on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Don't melt.
We want to give a shout out to Tony Smith at KQP.
Tony,
We love you, Tony.
we love you, Tony. I'll talk to you next week, Tony. I called Tony on the phone. I'm like, Tony. He's like, what you on now? Yeah.
That's right.
What do you want now? Yeah. So, yes, definitely shout out to Tony. Thank you so much. And Tony, I love you. You know I do. I'll be calling you soon. All right. Until next time, guys, don't forget to do it and be different. And thank you guys so much. Don't you go anywhere. You stay. Don't go.
Okay.
But you guys that are listening and watching, we're going to leave now. So, don't forget to dare to be different.
I did to be different. I did.